The configuration of the logger as well as the main settings of this tool are available in the Variables menu. Here we have the option of choosing the base frequency of data acquisition, slow loop, or fast loop. On a side note, the sample time of the loops can be seen or changed in the Drive Setup window, Advanced button. The default values are 1 millisecond for slow loop and 100 microseconds for fast loop, but they can go lower if needed. To see the differences, let's make a recording with the logger set for fast loop operation. However, before we do that, let's examine the existing data made with the previous settings. Notice the aspect of the target and load position signals. Now let's start the logger, and then upload the results. By doing the measurement in fast loop, which is 10 times faster than slow loop, we can get the best possible detail of the recorded signals. However, there's a drawback of the highest sampling frequency, the total recording time. It's 10 times smaller. This is why fast loop recording should be used only in special cases, since most of the signals are updated on the slow loop anyway. Coming back to the Variables menu, here you can see the RAM memory space allocated for the logger and how much of that memory is going to be used on the next acquisition. Here you can set the number of points to be recorded by the logger. The bigger the value, the longer the recording time. Notice how the interface automatically updates the remaining space as you type the number, and that it also limits the max value depending on the available RAM. Speaking of the recording time, it can also be increased by raising the acquisition period here. Finally, the most important part of the Variables menu are the variables themselves. Here you can see the predefined variables as well as access the complete list of all data from the drive. With the logger you can actually monitor every bit of information existing both on the firmware and TML program. To record another variable, just select it from the list. Adding variables will increase memory size of each point, but as before, the software updates the limits when you press the Add button.